800-932.
Welcome to Fifth Street Sports here on SB Nation Radio Network. My name's Frank Perez, and I'm in studio today with the boss, Mr. Nick Gieber, who is the soccer general and the president of the company. Nice to have you here, Nick.
Well, it's good to be with you, Frank. We've got a big show today.
We certainly do, Nick. You know, tomorrow the NFL season starts, and I'll tell you what, there's a few things. I'm going to have to contain myself in the first couple of segments, because in the third segment is when the Frank from last night is going to come out. Because, Nick, quite frankly, I've been up all night, you know, with my sleeves rolled up, drinking espresso because of a few incidents. But I know in the first two parts of the show, I got to keep myself under control, you know, before I come out. But you'll see when you get to the
Brian has upset you that much, huh?
No, not Brian.
No. It's Brian. I mean, you can say it, Frank.
Well, you know, I hope you're not extra stirring the pot over here. I'm hoping it's not Brian, because if Brian, you know, Brian is such a, you know, I respect him so much and we work so well together.
Stop saying nice things about him because you think he's listening. That's not what you told me just before we went on the air.
I think it's our peers that have been shaming me, and Nick, but I got to really keep myself composed over here because we got a couple of really nice segments. You know, I'm introducing two segments onto the show. Okay. I think it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday, but I got to keep myself composed until the third segment. And then that's when it's going to come. I mean, I'm taking the gloves off with Brian and all his little, all my little peer guys that are betting against me.
But I mean, if you're watching us on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, you can actually see you're not wearing gloves. So, I mean, the gloves have been off for some time, Frank. And
well, they've been off since
last night. You are,
night,
thank God, wearing shoes, though.
You know, Nick, they've been off since last night, and I want to stay professional here. But when we get down to the thing, I got a little antidote for the boys, okay, coming in on these certain selections that we have for Friday.
All right, so that's sport where people put on the helmets and the pads and they smash into each other and they fall over and they get up and they do it again, and the ball is entirely incidental to the game. That sport's starting up tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that sport happens to be American football. You're talking about soccer, which I love, and I bet at everything else. But sometimes when I see certain soccer games, to me, it's like Lawrence Welk. I can go right to sleep so easily.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, well, Frank, we do have to go to break. So should we do that?
Yeah, let's go to break. We'll be right back.
You can get warmed up. All right, we'll be right back after this on Fifth Street Sports.
You're welcome. You're good, buddy. You're good.
I'm Ryan Burke. I'm the head cider maker at Angry Orchard, and we're in Brittany, France. I wanted to make Angry Orchard Rosé cider out of my love for rosé wine. We came here and found these red-fleshed apples. It's a really rare fruit. The apple brings a right, refreshing, natural taste to the cider and a deep, nice pink rosé hue. Our rosé is a little bit less sweet. It's got a really nice balance for any occasion. It's a really refreshing drink.
Angry Orchard Cider Company, Walton, New York. Drink responsibly.
Pedro Fernandez here. You might know me as the host of Ring Talk Live Worldwide, but this time I'm here to talk about that four-letter word everybody dreads, pain. If you have back pain or knee pain like I do, hey, you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. I'm talking about if Medicare is your primary medical insurance, and guess what? You can qualify for a back or knee brace or a shoulder brace for little or no charge. Anything to help me with the pain, hey, makes it more manageable, gets my attention, folks. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for your back, ankle, knee, or shoulder, guess what? Give the Health Alert Hotline a call, toll-free, 1-800-428-1570, 1-800-428-1570. You can qualify for a back or knee brace or a shoulder brace for little or no charge, 1-800-428-1570, the Health Alert Hotline, 1-800-428-1570.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables, not your credit. And 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's HomeAdvisor. HomeAdvisor helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, and even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that HomeAdvisor is completely free to use.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
All right, and we're back on Fifth Street Sports here on the Sports Byline SB Nation radio networks. Of course, big hello to our men and women in uniform listening on American Forces. It's always great to speak to our servicemen and women around the world, isn't it, Frank?
Oh, it certainly is. And boy, do they deserve it. They deserve everything.
Well, Frank, by the way, I'm Nick Geber. He's Frank Perez, and I am known as the Prince of Thieves today because, Frank, I stole your show.
Well, no, Nick, you don't know how badly I needed you to do the introductions because I'm trying to contain myself today. Well, folks, there's a new segment that I wanted to bring on the show, Nick, that I want to have it. I discussed it with Brian, and we're going to have it on the show either Wednesday or Thursday. But the title to this one is going to be, since the NFL season is starting tomorrow, it's going to be Trap Me If You Can. Okay. Now, in betting, we see a lot of the times, and a lot of seasoned pros and bettors will always see certain things like, oh, that looks like a trap play, because it looks too good to be true. So there's got to be like a trap to it, So tomorrow is the opening of the NFL season. And folks, I'm not going to go out on a limb because I'm not going to go out on a limb here in this NFL game because I hate to step out on NFL, okay? I'm going to go out on the top of the stratosphere on this game. This game is what you could call trap me if you can, because they're going to trap me with these Philadelphia Eagles. This game was 4.5, 5 throughout the entire summer, the whole time. Now because this Wentz is not going to go, so you're going to have, so who's your backup? Foles, just the MVP quarterback? Okay, and then Jeffries might be out a little bit. Philly's at home. Everybody's betting this Atlanta like they're stealing money from, taking like a lollipop from an 8-year-old at a bank, okay? Mm-hmm. Well, I got news for you, folks. I'm going to step out. Gosh, am I going to step out on this game? Philly's down to 1. Some places minus $1.15, which is almost pick 'em. Well, here's what's going to happen with this game for me, for my purposes, Nick. And I'm not telling anybody to do this or nothing, but I'm taking the rubber band. See this rubber band over here? It just came off my bankroll because I'm taking the rubber band off the bankroll and shipping it on these Philadelphia Eagles.
So you're making it rain, Frank.
I don't know if I'm going to make
it rain on the Eagles. Is this something that you've been thinking about, dreaming about?
I don't want to sound like...
The after party at Philadelphia,
I don't want to sound like... No, Nick, I don't want to sound like these Scandi cappers and, ship it and it's going to... On Friday, this game's played tomorrow night. So Friday when we come on the show,
yep,
I'm either going to look like Ralph Cramden from The Honeymooners or I'm going to look like Leonardo DiCaprio when he was on the edge of that Titanic, baby. Okay, I'm going to have...
Not John Goodman?
No.
I mean,
no.
There's other ones we could do here.
I'm stepping out on this game. They're going to trap me. And, put it this way. After this game, I've told my wife, after this game, we're going to be either eating open-faced air sandwiches for a month or we're going to have some steak and lobster and Chateau Lafite Rothschild.
So let me put it this way. If things go as you say, it's Lambos for everyone at Fifth Street Sports. Is that right?
No, but believe me, brother, the only thing I see, let me tell you something about. I know about wins and losses in gambling, and I realized that as a small boy, one time I saw I don't know if I was 7 or 8 years old, I saw my father holding something in his hand, and he was watching the TV, and I asked him, I said, Dad, what's that? He goes, oh, son, he says, this is a lottery ticket. I said, a lottery ticket? I said, well, what do you mean a lottery ticket? He said, son, you see those ping pong balls that they're drawing over there on TV and that? If those balls happen to match my lottery ticket, son, he said, it's going to be Paris, champagne, and women. So I stopped and I said, well, Dad, I said, well, what if they don't match your ticket? He goes, well, son, then it's going to be North Las Vegas, beer, and your mother. So I know all about.
Of course, at the end of that story is he found out that in fact it wasn't the lottery; it was the draft, the thing that they were drawing, and his number came up.
No, it was a lottery, and believe me, it was beer and my mom. But so I know all about winning and losing, and I'm not sitting here. Well, remember that I forget the one handicapper that used to be on TV, and he had. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm doing it. I'm taking the rubber band off the bankroll. But I remember one guy on TV he always used to say, oh my gosh, I got the game for you. This is the greatest. Mortgage the house. And then one guy called up the next day and then he lost. Naturally,
right.
He lost. So you know what he told the guy? He says, well, now take a mortgage out in the garage. You know, the guy lost, he was telling everybody to bet their house. I would never do that. But for me, they're going to trap me on this game.
But that's like those guys that the great cult religious leaders that tell everybody the end of the world's coming next week, sell everything, get rid of everything, come to the mountain with me, and then the world doesn't end, and you're like, well, not this week. Sorry, actually next week.
Well, the antidote for those guys are when a guy comes on your thing and he says, "Oh, the world's sell everything. It's going to be the end." I mean, the world's going to end September 20th or whatever day that they pick. And I would just say to them, "Well, then no problem. Just sign everything over to me."
Exactly.
On September 20th.
So sign everything over to you, Frank, at this point, and you're saying put it all on the Eagles.
No, I'm just telling you right now, and I don't.
Sign it over to Frank, put it on the Eagles. That's what you're saying.
I very rarely do this in gambling, especially the NFL.
It's the bird game. It's the Falcons against the Eagles.
But especially in the NFL, Nick, because we all know about the NFL. Tough to beat. The lines are very efficient. And believe me, there's a lot of guys at the end of the season, when they look at their 401ks or their savings account, the NFL to them stands not fun league, okay? Because it's tough to beat this. But on this game tomorrow, I told you I'm either going to look like Cramden or DiCaprio.
But isn't that the case on every bet?
No, not really, because I would never step. First of all, I'd never step out like that on a lot of bets.
So what percentage of your bankroll are you putting on this? 150%?
No, like I said, see, my wife's kind enough to know that if I lose this game, it's really going to be a slice of bread. But she's kind enough to call it an open-face air sandwich. But believe me, it's going to be really close on the power bill and on the water bill if these Eagles don't win tomorrow.
All right, so you're betting everything on the Eagles. I get it, Frank.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it on these Eagles. They're going to trap me. That's why I said trap me if you can.
Well, we tried Manchester United for a couple of weeks, and that dug a nice hole for us.
Yeah, but that was, you just liked them, and,
wait. I never liked Manchester United.
No, but you like the bet.
But we're going to talk about that, actually, in the next segment. Isn't that what you got in the next one?
No, the next segment we have
Holy
is
nose time.
Oh, it's a Brian segment. Brian and I are very, very in tune with it. It's called the hold your nose plays.
So hold on. That's exactly what I'm saying. Every time I place a bet on those bastards from Manchester United, I'm talking about, I have to hold my nose.
Well, I know you hate them, but see, I hate or love teams. I don't care because I'm in this business. My favorite team is the Oakland Raiders and the St. Louis Cardinals in baseball. Can't count how many times I've bet against them. I could care less. That's for the kids, the jerseys and the hats. You give me Oakland plus
wait.
-4, and I'm going to take it in the other side.
Are you calling me a child? Because I have jerseys and hats.
No, but you're
a Liverpool jockstrap? What's the matter? My Euro thong? My Liverpool branded Eurothong. You keep that up, Frank. I'm going to wear that in the studio next time.
No, but you're a fan. When you're in Vegas or when you're one of us and in our business, let me tell you one thing about fans, okay? Fans are the most, you can see them all at the Western Union saying, Mom, system going well, send cash. Okay.
Right. Well, that's true. And that's one of the great things that's one of the reasons that people should listen to the show, preferably when I'm not on it, when it's you and Brian and guys that really are the experts at betting on sports, because it is a technical business. It is not so much about whether you love the team or love the sport or enjoy the hot dog at the game or the beer. It's about what the numbers are telling you and the movement of the lines and where the sharp money's going and where the public money's going. And these are the important things. And if I've forgotten anything else, you'll excuse me because you don't really want to bet NFL on anything I say. But whatever Frank says, I certainly give it some juice.
I'm telling you, I'm personally
So
on the
listen
show.
out there in Radio Land,
I'm
sell
stepping
everything, bet Eagles.
No, that's what I'm doing.
No.
And
Sell everything, kids. The whole thing. Get
I'm
rid
not.
of them.
I'm not leading people off a cliff. The only thing I know, baby, is that after the show, I'm going down, and I took the rubber band off. I don't
That's
get it.
cash. What are
I
you
don't
doing? We're going to
get
the
it.
strip club.
No,
Forget that.
No, but
let's
I
go
do
get
know-
some plastic fruit.
Brother, all I know is I don't see this. I mean, it could be 58-0 Falcons. Good, you got me. You trapped me. But I'm shipping it on the Eagles.
All right. Well, we're going to ship it to a break. This is Fifth Street Sports, Sports Byline USA, SB Nation Radio Network. Frank Perez is over there. I'm Nick Gieber. You're listening, and we'll be back in 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from Resort Release, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get rid of their expensive timeshares. Once you've made that decision to get rid of your timeshare for any reason, Resort Release is offering a Better Business Bureau accredited way to legally get rid of your timeshare, guaranteed. We guaranteed to get rid of your timeshare payments permanently. Even if you've tried another company to get rid of your expensive timeshare, call now and see if we can help you. At Resort Release, you don't pay anything until you're ready. If you're ready to learn how to permanently get rid of your costly timeshare, make this complimentary free call right now.
800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. That's 800-598-0539.
When you struggle with credit card bills every month, you're not just in debt. Debt is all around you.
I see people every day that are on the brink. They're going to go over the edge, and at the bottom is bankruptcy, and we pull them back.
At the Debt Helpline, we're experts at helping you resolve your debt problems and become free of debt. We can help you pay off your debt and give you one lower monthly payment that you can afford.
You do get to consolidate your payments. You only have to worry about making one payment a month instead of making 3 or 4 or 5.
If you have $5,000, $10,000 or more in credit card bills, call the Debt Helpline now for a free confidential debt analysis.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. Call the CESI Debt Helpline right now for a free confidential debt review. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
All right, we're back on Fifth Street Sports. I'm Nick Gieber, he's Frank Perez, and you're listening to us on the Sports Byline and SB Nation radio networks, as well as American Forces, iHeart Radio, TuneIn, and you could be watching us on YouTube or Facebook Live or Twitch or itch or snitch or critch or, God, there's so many of these things. And what's that? Angel, that was his name. Right. Okay, anyway, Nick and Frank here, and we're having discussions with people off air, so you'll excuse us. We're having a great time. Look, NFL starts tomorrow, and Frank is imploring everybody to just liquidate everything and put every penny you've got.
No, I don't want people calling.
Sell your children for medical experiments. Take the money and put it on the Eagles.
Nick, I don't want people calling into the show talking bad about my parents if these Eagles blow. But I'm definitely going to bet that.
Do the Eagles blow or do they crap on your head?
I don't know what it is. I just don't want everybody here calling me an SOB and WTF and everything else with this Frank. But I got this segment over here, which is one of Brian's favorite things that we put this together. It's very, very strong for powerful for making money, finding great value. It's called. See, we've titled this segment "Hold Your Nose Plays," and what we mean by that is especially this works terrific in the NFL. Have you ever gone to the window and had to make a play where like you just wanted to hold your nose before you handed over the cash? You're like, oh, I hate this. I can't believe it. Usually,
like going to the window at McDonald's.
Oh my gosh, it's even worse in the NFL. But usually that means you're on the right side.
Right.
If you think that play is so gross that it looks to you like you got to hold your nose to make this thing, you're even like it's Brian's favorite. You're probably on the right side. And with that being said, hold on. Back up a second here. Okay.
So you mentioned the last segment. I love the Raiders, but I bet against them countless times.
Yeah.
In point of fact, Frank, if you're betting against your team, you're more than likely making the right bet, right?
No, not necessarily.
Because that's a hold your nose play.
I remember when the Cardinals lost game
okay, someone
7.
with a heart and feeling. So not you, but everybody else. I'm just kidding, Frank.
No, but okay, like
a fan.
No, like for instance, in '68, I was a diehard St. Louis Cardinals fan. I could tell everybody, Brock and Kurt Flood, Maxwell, everybody on the Cardinal team. I watched it in black and white. When Lolich beat the Cardinals 4-1 in Game 7, I cried. I couldn't stop crying as a little boy. Now, when the Red Sox swept the Cardinals in the World Series a few years back, I was jumping up and down, and I opened up a bottle. I had the Red Sox to sweep the Cardinals, so that's a big difference. You know what I mean?
So you become a soulless mercenary.
Well, no,
admit it. It's all right.
I mean, everything. The Cardinals never sent me nothing when they won the World Series or nothing. So
they gave you the inner satisfaction of knowing the team that you used to weep about as a small boy has achieved the pinnacle success in professional sports, and each and every one of those hard-working individuals on those teams going to get a 6 or 7 figure bonus, an extra Maserati, some extra time at the strip club, extra booze, and you just feel great about it, don't you, Frank?
Absolutely, but we talk about money management. We talk about money management here in the show about betting or something, and you keep mentioning the strip club. You know the money management in for the strip clubs, right?
Well, I'm a stripper, Frank.
No, there's a money there's a money management for the folks here, even at the strip club, and that is before you walk in there, make sure you separate your little bills from your big bills in different pockets, because you don't want to go home and realize that you might have gave a couple strippers 100 when you wanted to give her 1. So separate your big bills from your little bills. That's money management at the strip club.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. And you have to do the same thing when you go to the window to make those hold your nose plays.
Oh, my gosh. These are plays, okay, and we got 2 of them. One of them, I don't even know if holding your nose would even qualify. This play is so horrible to me. But not this one. This is a hold your nose play, though. It's game number 380. Now, we're playing, okay, it's Miami of Ohio is playing Cincinnati. The game is listed as Miami of Ohio as the home team, but theoretically they're not. They're playing at Abbott's Field in Cincinnati.
Because they can't figure out if they're in Miami or in Ohio. That's clearly they don't know if they're a home team or not.
I got the info from R. I got the info from Mr. R that Cincinnati is theoretically the home team here. Now, here's a hold your notes situation. Cincinnati's a 14.5-point underdog last week at UCLA, which I know you like UCLA.
Yeah, I love them.
And Cincinnati, who's supposed to be horrible, beats UCLA, 15 or 20 points as a 14.5-point dog.
It's because they poisoned the UCLA Gatorade. That's why.
No,
that's why.
But Miami of Ohio is at home, and they drive the crap out of the line against Marshall. The line moves 5 points. They're betting Miami of Ohio like they can't lose, and Miami of Ohio gets destroyed against Marshall. So now, with that being said, Cincinnati beats UCLA by 15 on the road. Miami of Ohio loses at home against Marshall. So hold your nose, go up to the window, and lay 1.5 with 380 Miami of Ohio. The opposite of what you think you're supposed to do. That's
they just got whooped by Marshall.
And Cincinnati beats. Cincinnati beats UCLA by 15 on the road.
Yeah, but isn't that the crazy thing about sports? I mean, it's like, if you beat this team, therefore you're better than this team. That doesn't mean crap.
No, but but I mean, it looks so opposite. And now this is one of these plays where just take out your bankroll, hold your nose, ship it over. Game 380, Miami of Ohio. But now this next one. I talked to Brian, and Brian says this qualifies for a hold your nose play. But this one is so bad to me that holding my nose or not, I just can't release my cash. I can't.
But you already released it.
No, that's not a hold your nose play, brother. That's.
No, but you said you're getting all your
That's
bankroll.
a trap play.
So
That's
you don't have any bankroll left to give.
That's an anti-trap play. But here's a hold your nose play. But you can't get me to do it. I'm not doing it, folks. But Brian does. I mean, he sees it. The Cleveland Browns. Oh, this team is 1-31 the last 2 seasons. I can't even. The last time that they won a season opener, I think my hunchback aunt was straight. Okay. Now here they are at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The game was 6.5. I don't think there was a 7, but it was 6.5. It's down to 3.5, 4. So if you want to hold your nose and bet these Cleveland Browns, that's a hold your nose play. But you can't get me to do it. You can't trap me. I'm not holding my nose. I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I may not bet the Steelers, but I'm definitely not going to go in with the Cleveland Browns.
What's the logic behind that?
Well, I don't know why they're on. Okay, here's the logic behind that. If you ever see the show Hard Knocks, every year they pick a team that that they represent. This year they picked the Cleveland Browns. So every time that the team is on Hard Knocks as a show that they're representing, the team gets bet. The line gets moved. Everybody's on that team. But let me tell you something about Hard Knocks. It's the 14th season that they've selected a team. If you go back to their history and Google it, everybody that Hard Knocks has selected as a team they're representing, they might as well have sent them 3.5 ounces of E. coli. It is not the kiss of death. It is the French kiss of forget about it. So I don't know why they're betting these Cleveland Browns. I'm not. And it's a hold your nose play. Now here's the second part of this segment that I wanted to do, and this one comes in. Hey Andrew, can I hear the music, please? It's from Mr. R, the Rockford Files. Do you got the music on that? Right now, here we go. Now, can you hear that? We're going to introduce this segment.
Jim Rockford at the tone. Leave your name and message. I'll get back to you.
You're full of bullshit, my friend. I will sue you for everything you have. I will sue your ass.
All right.
There we go, little Rockford Files.
There we go. And this show has been inspired by the infamous Mr. R, and we're going to call it the Rockford Files. I got a game from the Rockford Files today, okay, because I speak to him personally. You can't get his number. It's on my red phone. This game is a WNBA game on Friday. We have Washington is visiting Seattle. Seattle's 16-2 against this team. It's a best of 5 series. It opens in Seattle. They're at home, and Mr. R from our new famous Rockford Files has released to me Seattle. Okay, so there we go to our listeners, right straight from the Rockford Files.
Is that Seattle to win the series or
Seattle to win game 1? Now let's get it clear. He's very clear with me. This guy's on his game. So we're going to go with Seattle over Washington, 16-2.
Well, and what's the money line on that?
I think you got to lay about 2. What is it, Chris? What do you got on the money line on that? Is it 210? Oh, open it up. But he's laying the 4-4. I think he bought it down to the 4. But there's your opener in the WNBA Finals. Seattle at home over Washington, straight from the Rockford Files.
I love the WNBA. No one watches it, but lots of people bet it.
Oh, who's going to watch that? But you can make money on it. They don't have short skirts, Chris.
Incredibly tall women with short skirts.
They do not have short skirts.
All right, we're going to leave that topic. Next one.
Well, we got another hold your nose play. This game, gosh, I am gonna bet it. I am gonna bet it. It is.
Spit it out, lad.
Spit it out, lad. Okay, it's gonna be my famous Raiders on Monday night. I'm taking the 4 over the perennial and the much highly regarded and touted Los Angeles Rams, who everybody's predicting to win the Super Bowl. I'm gonna hold my nose, hand over my cash, and take the Raiders +4 at home Monday night against the Rams.
All right, so let's recap before we get to the end of the segment. Let's make it quick. Let's start with the recap. Give us the first one. The first one was Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, game 380, Miami of Ohio against Cincinnati.
Okay, Miami of Ohio, take them. Next one.
I'm not taking them, guys, but this one, I think you got to hold your nose.
Okay, next one.
I don't know, put a rubber band against, you know what, do whatever you can, but it's the Cleveland Browns. I'm not going with it.
Okay, so we got Miami of Ohio, Cleveland Browns.
And then but this is a nice play from the Rockford Files, from the Mr. R. Seattle. WNBA at home, game 1 against Washington.
And finally, the Raiders. So there you have it, folks. There are 4 very nice hold your nose plays. Hold your nose, though, because we're going to be gone for 3 minutes. And things will smell a lot better when we come back right after this.
I don't think so, brother. This next one, I don't think so.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down, 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Dish TV is better than cable TV. Why? Because you can save 45% on packages compared to your high-priced cable bill. Wow. Take those giant scissors out and cut the cable and save with Dish TV. Plus, you get a free DVR upgrade to record your favorite shows and free installation. And with Dish Anywhere, you can watch TV for free on your mobile device. Act fast. You can save hundreds of dollars. Does your cable company do that for you? Get all the best TV programming at your fingertips at a fraction of the price of cable TV. So say adios, arrivederci, goodbye to the high cable bill and save up to 45% on Dish TV packages today. These are limited time offers and can change at any time. Call fast. 800-405-2561. 800-405-2561. 800-405-2561. That's 800-405-2561. It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
Okie dokie, Smokey, welcome back. Twitch, Twitter, Yitter, Fritter, Litter, Sitter, Facebook. Welcome back, everybody. Fifth Street Sports. Those are all the places we're on. Or on Sports Byline, SB Nation, American Forces, iHeart, TuneIn, Your Heart, My Heart, we all heart together. You can get us anywhere. Nick Eber, Frank Perez. Frank, there's some good picks you gave us last segment. And if I had any bankroll left after my exes got done taking it, I'd run down to the window and give them all I got. At this point, I'm going to raid my 9-year-old's piggy bank. Do they take change at the window?
Yeah, I tell you, last week, Nick, I'm still hurting over the bit. Nick?
Well, hold on, Frank. Hold on. Hold that thought. Because I want our listeners to know that if they have a thought or a comment, if they think your picks are absolute crap or not, they can call into the studio at 800-878-PLAY and sound off. And if they are afraid to call in because, you're a big, mean guy, Frank, and you're known to be really rude to people, I'm just kidding.
No.
They can always find us on Facebook at facebook.com
Nick,
/Fifth Street Sports Talk, or Twitter, Fifth Street Sports, or find us on the web at fifthstreetsports.com. Frank Perez, over to you.
Nick, I've been sitting here for 2 segments. I've been up all night. I rolled up my sleeves, and I've named this segment Don't Poke the Bear. And this one, I'm directing it. He's my constituent. I respect him. I love him. He's my buddy and everything. It's Mr. Brian. But as you know, on Fridays...
Oh, you're talking about Oklahoma Brian on this show.
Yeah, Mr. Oklahoma Brian. But I don't know if it's him or his peers or whatever. But don't poke the bear, because on Fridays, last Friday, we started an in-house challenge called the 5th Street 100 Challenge, where we give 5 games a week for 20 weeks and see who's better. Well, on the betting lines, between all our peers and everything, Brian opened up a $1.25 favorite to have more wins than me at the end of 100 games. Last week, he goes 4-1, I go 3-2. He has a 1-game lead, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. It's 1-game lead, so no big week.
That's still a lead,
Now, the line gets readjusted every week.
Right.
He comes out as a $1.35 favorite. As I'm looking at this thing overnight, all of our buddies and our peers, whatever, they're betting Brian like he's playing with the child here. So they're betting Brian, and they've driven this line up $1.50, $1.60, $1.70 now against me, and he's got a 4-3 lead. So when I say don't poke the bear, I'm taking this personal now, because these are my constituents kind of shaming me, Nick. You know what I mean? Like now they're betting Brian like they're stealing. Well, you know what I did when I seen that? First of all, after my pot of espresso, and I put my shirt on and I came up with all of my games, okay? I doubled down on myself. I bet more on myself now. And Brian, I got 4 words for you, buddy. You remember Tommy Hearns when he used to come into the ring, especially against Sugar Ray Leonard? You remember that one, Nick?
Yeah.
On the back of his robe, he had 4 words on it. You know what they said? Let's get it on, okay? That's for Brian. And for his 5 buddies, I got 5
Isn't that
words.
a Marvin Gaye song?
I don't know, but I know Tommy Hearns had it on the back of his shirt, and I said, let's get it on. And I got 5 words for his little peers that are betting against me. You're not playing with kids. You're not playing with kids, because this week, right here, I got this is my Bryonic prescription against Brian's picks this week. This is my 5. I'm not going to show it to you until Friday at 1:45, but these are my 5 selections, because this contest has gone to another level that we're going to now name it the Showdown at the 5th Street Corral.
Oh, nice. I like it.
That?
So let me get this straight. So you are actually propositioning Brian on the air. You're telling him, let's get it on.
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't want to. I was
really,
Nick. I was a gentleman. We were talking. We were making our selections, and I always will be with Brian, because he's our buddy and he's one of our 5th Street members. But I was a gentleman. We were going back and forth, nice and calm on the picks, and I see this shaming of my, thinking that they're playing with kids here,
Well, Frank, I mean, no one's ever accused you of, or have they, of being a child?
No, I just said,
but I said man-child.
No, not a man-child, but if you were ever a kid at the zoo, one of the signs at the zoo was, don't poke the bear. Well, they've poked the bear, and the sleeping bear has awoken, because I'm going to take this seriously now, and I'm going to punish you guys for this, because now, as you've seen my other things, you'll see my 5 selections this Friday at 1:45. I don't know what Brian's got in mind, but all I can do is, Brian, you better do your homework, pal.
So Brian went
4-1.
4-1, and you went 3-2.
3-2, and it was a nice, friendly, gentleman's kind of contest. It's gone into another level. This is a showdown now at the Fifth Street Corral.
But you can't pick the same game, obviously, right?
Right.
So you have to
And
pick
this
different
week,
games.
I got the button. I go first. I've got my 5 games.
You have the button this week.
I've done extensive homework on
Are you
these
going to be
games.
choosing perhaps Miami of Ohio?
No, because I gave that out on the thing. I can't tell you.
What is up with that? Is it Miami or is it Ohio? I mean, it's very confusing.
Well, it's kind of like, do you park in the driveway and drive in the parkway? What do you know?
I do both, actually.
No, but seriously, I do have my 5 games. I've done extensive homework on these from sources. Not so much I handicap handicappers. I do it all. As far as when I come down, when Chris, my partner, and Brian, we all come up with games that we bet on. We handicap games. We handicap handicappers. We handicap line moves. We even handicap losers. We fade losers too. That's one of our strategies. But what I got over here, besides the showdown, okay, Nick, I have. Gosh, I don't want to release this game until Friday because I got this game. It's I got 5 strong plays. Really, I got 7, but I can't put the Eagles. I would have definitely put the Eagles on here. You know that, right, Nick?
Yeah, obviously.
Because
you're going to sell everything and put everything on the Eagles.
No, I'm not selling everything and putting everything on the Eagles. But I took the rubber band off the bankroll. I'm going with that. I know I'm going to look like a clown or whatever if they blow. But
what have you got for the chess championship, Frank?
Oh, I like the
Aronian versus Kasparov. Who are you taking on that?
No, it's Carlsen versus this. Carlsen is playing. Magnus Carlsen is playing an Italian kid, Stefano something. It's in November, and you know what? I'm going against Carlsen. I'm taking the 290 with the other kid in Italy.
And next year's Major League Eating. I mean, you're going with Joey Chestnut.
I don't know about this Joey Chestnut, but they talk about Brady being. How long is this guy's intestines going to hold out? Sooner or later, he's gonna just croak over here on the Nathan show.
All right. Well, let's go back to football, shall we, and stay away from Major League
No,
Eating.
I mean let's go back to. All right, now here, before we go, remember now, guys, the NFL season theoretically starts tomorrow, and I wanted to revisit.
Wait, it actually starts tomorrow, not theoretically.
Well,
I mean,
it
really
does,
start
but
tomorrow.
you can still get some season over and under wins in until they kick off on Sunday.
Oh, fair enough. Didn't we put out all of our season win totals a few weeks ago on the shows?
I don't, Chris. Did we discuss any win totals?
I thought we did 2 specials. You can see them at youtube.com/Fifth Street Sports. We did NFC
right.
and AFC season win totals.
But we did more with Nolan. We handicapped some of the division leaders.
Yeah.
I want to go through them really quick over here.
Make it so.
We've seen 4 preseason games, which really mean nothing. You know what I mean? But at least we got a little bit of a thing on some teams playing. I'm going to revisit all these divisions really quickly, and then see if we're going to stick with our plan. Brian, in the AFC East, he wants to fade New England, which they are at 7 to 12 to 1 favorite to win the AFC East. If anything, we fade the Patriots, take nobody else in there, but fade the Patriots. Okay, here we go with the North. I know here's your Cleveland Browns fans, and especially Brian thinking he can take some value with the Browns at 10 to 1. Sorry, Brian, no can do with that one, baby. I'm gonna hang with these Pittsburgh Steelers to win that one. And here it is in the South, my team, and I think they're going to win. Not only do I think they're going to win the division, Nick, I think they're going to win the AFC, and I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. And no laughing, please, the Jacksonville Jaguars. And here's a wide open division in the AFC West. The LA Chargers are favored. They usually find a way to blow it. I got a couple of sharp guys on Denver, some sharps on KC. There's value on Oakland. Wide open division. Even Ron called it absolutely wide open. Guys, I got nothing in this one. If anything, I gotta take a little bit of value with Denver. That's it. NFC East. Of course, everybody's with these Eagles. I think, as repeating. I think there's a little bit of value in Dallas. Watch out for the Giants. Washington, forget it. Let's go with the NFC North. The Lions, there's your 8-8 season team every year. Forget them. Let's go. Packers, tough. Too much on Aaron Rodgers. We're going to go with the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC North. Here comes the division, okay, with your Atlanta, Carolina Saints. Forget Tampa Bay. It's between those three. I think it's Drew Brees with the Saints. Good value. Atlanta will find a way to blow it. Carolina, they look pretty good too. It's Carolina or the Saints. I talked to Brian a little bit about it. We're going to go with the Saints. And now we have your West division. As we've talked throughout the show, we're fading the Seahawks under 8 wins, and I think they get nothing. Chris loves the Rams. He loves the Rams to win the Super Bowl, as do a bunch of people. He's probably right on that one. I think that $1.60, $1.70, it's a good value to win that division. 49ers, though, watch out. I mean, everybody's on this Garoppolo bandwagon and all this other stuff. I don't think so. I think we're going to fade the Niners. We're going to go with Chris's Rams. So 5th Street's going to be on the Rams. As you know, with that being said, here's going to be my Super Bowl. My Super Bowl is going to be Jacksonville against, and I'm going to take 2 in the NFC because it's 2 stacked, Minnesota or the Rams against Jacksonville in the Super Bowl. One of our 5th Street great handicapper is Chris. He loves the Rams to win it. They're up there. How about, Nick, do you got anything to say about this NFL, or are you still chasing this ball around 100 yards, kicking it back and forth? And sometimes in the soccer, I don't get it. I see a 1-0 game, and they say this team blew out the other team 1-0.
Sure.
What is that? A 1-0 blowout?
Well, I don't know, Frank. You can watch a game that goes on for 4 hours and the ball's only in motion for 6 minutes, and you can call it an exciting game. I mean, it's your choice. You can have it either way. You can have a ball in motion to 90 minutes, and you could have one goal, or you could have 6 minutes of ball motion, and you could have a 48-24 scoreline, and you can say it was a great game. But you had lots of beer and some pies, so life was good.
Nick, I mean, we know, and very well deserved. You are the soccer general. You have your soccer show. You've been doing it forever, and in-house we respect your things and everything. But Nick, you can't tell me that when I hear guys talking about a soccer game, and I said, "Oh, look at Liverpool, and they blew out Chelsea," and I look and the final score is 1-0. I said, like,
no one would say they blew them out at 1-0.
Yeah, it was a 1-0
dominant.
Even the announcers, a 1-0 dominating blowout.
Yeah, because they could have full possession of the game and only score 1 goal.
Well, here's what Nick,
But I tell you what, if they made 1 goal 7 points, and you said that was a 7-0 win, man, that was an incredible game. That was so exciting. They had possession all the time, and you know what? The ball was in motion for all 90 minutes, not just 6 minutes out of the 17 hours we were here, and we had 3 halftime shows. Hey, but it was great. It was 90 minutes. But boy, could Ariana Grande sing? Woo!
Oh, well, Nick, here's what I got to say to you, pal. I mean, I know you're the president of the show, you're the soccer general, this and that. You're with 5th Street Sports now, okay? And you're dealing.
I'm on
with
your show,
and
I get it, Frank.
And whether
I'm not welcome after this, I can handle it, really.
Whether our guys, our folks out there know it, you're getting information many, many times over here from some of the sharpest and best sources, handicappers, everybody that we've put on. And Nick, you're the president of this show. And you're in America, so I think you should become a Yankee, mate, and learn how to do this.
I am taking what you said to heart, Frank, and I am taking my kids' college fund money and I'm putting it all on the Eagles, baby. Yeah, okay. We've got to go to break. FifthStreetSports.com. Okay. Find us Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports. He's Frank Perez. This is his show. I've stolen it. I'm Nick Geber. You're watching and listening to Fifth Street Sports. We'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere, folks.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. That's 800-535-7789.
Are you an inventor who would like to try to have an invention or idea patented and submitted to companies? But you don't know what to do next? Call for free information from InventHelp. InventHelp, a leading inventor service company, has been helping inventors since 1984 and has sales offices located in more than 60 cities nationwide. You'll want to talk to the company that has helped secure more than 7,000 invention patents. So call InventHelp. Even if you have an idea for improving an existing product and don't know where to go with it, you'll still want to call InventHelp for free information. You'll find out how InventHelp may assist you in trying to patent your invention and submit it to companies. So call now.
Call InventHelp at 1-800-316-1738. That's 1-800-316-1738. Get your free information by dialing 1-800-316-1738. That's 1-800-316-1738. 1-800-316-1738.
All right, welcome back. Fifth Street Sports. Nick and Frank with you. Now, Frank, we have this thing on Friday, your challenge, your 100, what's it, the 100 challenge?
Yeah, it's a Pick 100 challenge.
It's like the 700 Club, but for betting. You think they bet there? The blonde hair and the makeup and the tears?
No, but don't laugh. You got two.
You making a book for them, Frank?
You got two world champions going at it here, baby, on Friday.
So with the 100 challenge, you and Mr. Oklahoma Brian, Frank, the weigh-in, before we do the weigh-in, it's like a boxing match. What do you have to say to your challenger?
The only thing I got to say to Brian and his little peers and everything, it's Friday, Brian. It's going to be, and every Friday, it's going to be showtime. And this is one thing I got to say to his peers and everything, because, in this business we have, there is peer pressure. It's not like that guy on the Johnny Carson show that was 103 years old, and they asked him, what's the greatest thing about being 103? And he said, oh, there's no peer pressure. Well, there is peer pressure in this. So, Brian, it's going to be showtime every Friday, pal.
All right, you hear it, showtime. Showtime, Brian. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
No, but I'm taking this a lot more seriously because, I feel a little shamed.
Well, if you think about it, Frank, he completely punked you out last week.
No.
And you have redemption. You have to redeem yourself because he embarrassed you.
No, the betting line's embarrassing me. These guys took him from $1.25 to $1.70.
Clearly they know where the good money goes.
No, but I told you, when I seen that line moving against me, like if they were playing with, trying to take a lollipop from an 8-year-old's mouth at a bank, I just bet more on myself.
All right, we'd like to hear from our listeners. Who would you bet on, Frank or Oklahoma Brian? Let us know. Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. You can always find us on YouTube as well if you want to watch us, or Twitter at Fifth Street Sports. So YouTube is youtube.com/Fifth Street Sports, or on the web at fifthstreetsports.com. That is going to wrap it up. We're going to leave it right there, Frank, because Friday we got another challenge, another show tomorrow, obviously.
Now, I was able to talk about Brian because he wasn't here today.
Yeah, right, which is always good to talk behind people's back. I like that.
Sure,
Frank. It's a good character.
Why not?
It's fine. It's splendid. Well done. No.
Thank you.
You hear that, Brian? He's watching, though. All right, we'll be back on with you tomorrow. Don't forget to tune in today, folks, at 6 p.m. I'll be back with you for Fifth Street Soccer. Until tomorrow, though, we're on Fifth Street Sports. I'm Nick Eber. He's Frank Perez. And we'll speak to you then. Cheers.
USA Radio News.
Judge Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation hearings continue today on Capitol